sentence, she sings good. And this is very common mistake. She sings good. What is the mistake here? Hello everyone, welcome to Explore More and Learn. I hope you all are taking very good care of yourself. I am Dr. Anshul and today I have brought this video that is about common mistakes in English. As I had already asked you all in the community post section, what do you want? Common mistakes or English grammar? So most of you had chosen about common mistakes in English. So this video is about that, and here in this lesson I have covered very common mistakes which people make. So let's explore and learn about those mistakes. So here are the sentences with common mistakes. Read this sentence carefully. It's one of my favorite dish. Can you guess the mistake here? I'll give you one more sentence which is quite similar to the previous one. He is one of my favorite students. In the same way, one more sentence. One of my old friends came to meet me. Can you guess the mistakes here in these sentences? Anyway, I'll explain about the mistakes here. So first of all, in the first sentence you see it has two mistakes, its and dish. You see here its is used in possessive form, but here we can't use its in possessive form. So the sentence is supposed to have it apostrophe s. That means it is a contraction form for it is, right? So its and its, they are pronounced in the same way, but their meaning changes if they are used incorrectly, right? So here this is the first mistake. So you'll write, it is one of my favorite dish. I have already made a separate video about using its and its. If you have not watched that, then you can watch it. There are a lot of examples I have given in that video and I have explained thoroughly. Now one of my favorite dish. Here also you see we'll use the plural number like dishes, not dish, because we are choosing one thing out of many. So one of my favorite dishes. Okay, so you are choosing one out of many. That's why one of is always followed by the plural number, not the singular number. So here we will not use dish, we will use dishes. In the same way, here in the second sentence, he is one of my favorite students, because you are choosing one student out of many. In the same way, in the third sentence, one of my old friends. So here students and here also is friends. One of my old friends came to meet me, not one of my friend. People get confused maybe because they think that one is followed by the singular number, but here remember we are choosing one thing out of many. So for many we use plural, not the singular. You got it? So these are very common mistakes. Now another mistake which is very common is I do a lot of mistakes. So here what is a mistake in this sentence? I'll tell you. First you guess. I do a lot of mistakes. So what is the mistake here? Let me tell you now. If you say do, that is a mistake here, because whenever mistake is there, we don't do mistakes, we make mistakes. So the correct sentence will be I make a lot of mistakes. So in place of do, you will use make. All right, let's proceed further. The third sentence is I like to listen this song. Can we guess what is the mistake here? I like to listen this song. So see, the mistake is there is no to after listen. So always remember that listen is followed by to. Okay, so I like to listen to this song. This is a mistake. And one more very common thing which people do, what is that? Like I like to Suppose if you say I like to hear this song, then also this is incorrect. Why? Because we don't hear the songs, we listen to the song, because you want to listen to something. You listen something when you are listening to something very carefully. Okay, you can use listen without to when you are instructing someone, like listen, I am waiting for you, like that. But if you are mentioning what you are listening, then you have to use to after listen. Number one, you use here when you are talking about something very common, like you are not hearing intentionally. In that case, you will use here. When you listen to something intentionally, in that case you use listen with to. Alright, now next common mistake is I am waiting for him since 2 hours. What is the mistake here? If you say I am waiting for him since 2 hours, so the mistake is since. Okay, because when there is no particular time mentioned, like 2 hours means 4 to 6 or 3 to 5 or 5 to 7, you have not mentioned, okay, specifically the time. So when we mention something specific, okay, specific period of time, point of time, in that case we use since, not for. Okay, so when time is not specific, okay, you are just talking about simply period of time, not the point of time, in that case you will use for. Okay, let's check out the next mistake, which is quite common. I am waiting for him since 2 hours. So here what is the mistake? Can you guess? Alright, let me tell you. The mistake is since, and it's very common mistake using since and for. Let me tell you again, though I have already made a separate video about using since and for, but here, because it is one of the common mistakes, I'll tell you. Since is used to show the point of time when you are mentioning the specific time, and for is used when you are mentioning the period of time. So here 2 hours is there, that is period of time, because you are not mentioning the specific time. Like 2 hours can be any 2 hours, like 4 to 6 or 6 to 8, you have not mentioned here. So when you are mentioning period of time, you use for, not since. Okay, suppose you say I am waiting for him since or dash 5 o'clock, because you are mentioning the specific time. In that case you will use since. You got it? So whether it is hour or the month, like you are saying 2 months, 3 months, and you are saying April or May, like that. So specific time since, period of time for. Now let's see the next mistake, that is me and Sam went to the party. So this is very common, right? So what is the mistake here? The mistake is, can you guess? So the mistake is me. You will not say me. Okay, so what will you say in place of me? You will use I. Okay, I and Sam went to the party. Okay, because you are using the first person here, that is in as a pronoun here, nominative case. Okay, so I and Sam went to the party. Okay, so this is the correct way to use this pronoun. So me is definitely incorrect. Now let's see the next sentence. She sings good. And this is very common mistake. She sings good. What is the mistake here? Or what is the misunderstanding about the mistake here? I'll tell you. She sings good. It's a very small sentence and it's easy to find out the mistake. But what is the correct sentence in place of this sentence. So if you say she sings good, and you might have heard that many people use such kind of sentence, right? So she sings good. Let me tell you, good is an adjective. Okay, what is good? Good is an adjective. So we'll not use here good. What will you say? You will say in place of good, well. She sings well. Well is an adverb. So adverb which qualifies verb. So here you are telling about the quality of the singing. Okay, so sings well, not good. Okay, she is a good singer, you can say. Okay, or she sings good songs, you can say. So remember, this is very common mistake in English, good versus well. Now next sentence, superlatives. So that means this common mistake is related to superlatives. Superlatives, you might have read or learnt about the degrees in English. So he is tallest boy of our class. What is the mistake here? I'll give you more examples. He is the most tallest boy of our class. What is the mistake here? So this is very common mistake, and I have heard many people using such kind of sentences. He is tallest boy of our class. So what is the mistake here? Mistake is that you will not use tallest without using the article the here. Okay, so remember this rule. We always use the before the superlative degree. So he is the tallest boy of our class. And what is the mistake here? You are using the, that is correct, but you are using two superlatives here. When you are using tallest, you can't use most. And it's not like that you have a choice that you can use most or tallest. No. There is another rule where you will say tallest or where will you say most tall. If you think that you can say he is the most tall boy of our class, then also that will be incorrect sentence. So the correct sentence is he is the tallest boy of our class. Why can't you use most? I have already made a separate video about it, where to use more and where to use like the words with er. Okay, like taller or more tall, or most tall or tallest. I've already made a separate video about that. Okay, whether er or more or est or most. So please watch that video. It is quite informative for you. So here tallest will be there, that is for sure, but don't forget to use the. Remember to use the before the superlative degree. So these are very common mistakes which many people make. Okay, I hope that this video had been quite informative for you. If it is like that, then don't forget to like this video and please share with many of your friends so that they may also learn about these common mistakes. So take very good care of yourself, and if you are new to this channel, then don't forget to subscribe it. Alright, so very soon I'll meet you again with another informative video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.